Brace yourselves, bitch. We're going in on this one. This was going to be a Thrawn theory crafting video, but with all the drama and the boo-hoos and the tears being shed, it's time for old Uncle Grayvus to spit some truth. Listen, I love this community. It's one of the reasons I still play the game. I think it's fun theory crafting different teams with other people and seeing them succeed or fail and trying to predict what's coming next. But with the Thrawn release and the Phoenix squad, you guys need to quit your crying. Let's break down what really happened on its simplest level. EA made the Phoenix squad farmable, and they gave us bonus drops in those areas for the first couple of days. They announced Thrawn is coming in a legendary style event that required the Phoenix squad. We were given 2 weeks before the event to farm up. The event lasts 1 week. That's 3 weeks to get your squad in order to get Thrawn. That's it. That's what everyone's mad about. They didn't have enough time, I guess, or they have to level up a subpar Phoenix squad that's not really that great. But yeah, that's about what the outrage is over. Or as far as I can tell. I mean, I've been on Reddit for a week now, reading all the boohoo posts and debating with people on why they're so upset, and I haven't come across really a single legitimate reason that justifies the level of outrage that's going on. Do you people not remember the legitimate reasons we had to rise up together with our pitchforks and torches? Remember tournaments? While they were great on paper or for people who could play all day long, they required you to play all day long to compete for the top spot. Initially, they required crystals to refresh your squads, so only whales or high spenders could get that top spot. Now, eventually, they did change it to ally points, which was awesome. But then there were a bunch of cheaters and hackers that were finishing #1. That's an outrage. That's something you get mad about. People hacking, getting full unlocks of characters with a level 30 squad against, my level 85 squad or 82 or whatever it was at the time. That's real outrage. That's something to get mad over. But this? A legendary event? You know what? Hold on. Let's look at the popular arguments people are making, and I'm going to show you why they're ridiculous. This is a good one. This is a good one. Oh, it's not fair to the players who couldn't do the marquee events. Really? That's your argument? Well, the marquee events happened in March. That's what, 3 months ago? If you've only been playing the game for 3 months, you're not supposed to be doing legendary events, or at least not completing them to 7 stars. They're legendary for a reason. They give you great iconic characters, and they're supposed to be difficult. They're supposed to be for endgame content. And even then, even if you weren't around for the marquee events, which only gave you a 3-star character, most of these nodes are very easy to farm. You could probably still finish 3 or 4 tiers of the event, which gives you a bunch of credits and crystals. What's wrong with that for a new player? That's awesome. Another argument people are using a lot: I don't want to put any of my resources into the Phoenix squad. They're terrible characters. You know what other characters were pretty terrible for the most part? The Jedi for the Yoda event. I mean, I was using Koth, who's still awful, Mace Windu, who's still pretty awful. I just did it. You farmed them, so you got Yoda. It's what you did. It's not like they're telling you have to have them all 7-star at top premium gear. Someone finished the Thrawn event with Gear 7, all Gear 7 characters. That's not hard to do. Everyone keeps getting outraged at EA for smaller and smaller issues, or things that shouldn't be issues at all. Stop and think what you're actually mad about. Let's take this Thrawn legendary event. Was anybody given an unfair advantage that they didn't pay for? No, not really. Compared to the tournaments where hackers and cheaters were getting #1 spot when they didn't earn it. Like, do you see, that's outrage. This is nothing. You have to accept this game for what it is. This isn't a AAA gaming title that you paid $80 for and it's being ruined with DLCs and microtransactions. This is a free-to-play mobile game. At no point whatsoever are you required to spend money. This event is set up, so yeah, it's pretty unlikely if you're free to play, you're not going to get Thrawn 7-star this time around. But if you want to spend a little bit of money, yeah, you'll get Thrawn 7-star, and I don't see anything wrong with that. The purpose of this game is to suck as much money out of people as it can. This is one of the highest grossing mobile games for good reason. I think EA and CG, they do a great job at balancing the pay-to-play aspect against the free-to-play aspect. There are a ton of people who are free-to-play that are taking #1 or finishing top 10, doing really well in arena, in raids, in all aspects of the game. Now, in my opinion, and from my point of view, there's nothing that CG or EA did wrong here. They made a legendary event, which requires the Phoenix Squad. Yeah, they're new, and yeah, you're probably not going to get a 7-star Thrawn. But the event comes back. You pay absolutely $0 to get a 7-star Thrawn eventually if you work at it. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, I'm an open-minded person. Please, if there's something I'm missing, or you think there's a really good point that would help change my mind or see why everyone's so upset, discuss it with me. You know, you can message me on Reddit. My handle's the same as it is here, General Grayvus. I'm pretty much always on Reddit. Peace out, bitch.